Recognized at one point, like in my late 20s, like, okay, I can't just go to anybody to get this, what I'm seeking. Let me go to, come on, slap yourself in the head. What were you thinking? Just going to anybody, you know? And then my next thing was, just because they have this title, just because they're such and such in the church, or they're an elected official, or, they've studied extensively in this subject, they're a professor, whatever the case may be, whatever their title. My next phase was to recognize that I don't care how smart a person think they are. I don't care, whatever works for them and 10,000 people. I still need to trust myself. I still need to consult with Candace. I keep bypassing her. I keep not listening to her. And it got so bad where I could really feel sometimes that I was making the wrong decision. But because, whoever said this is what was best, I'm going to go with them. And I've made some very, life-altering decisions just off of that. And so I'm to the point now where I'm just trusting me a lot more. And how I've begun to trust me a lot more is whenever I come across a decision that I have to make, this time in my life is I take it very seriously. I take it very seriously, the decisions that I'm making. Whereas in the past, I had not taken it very seriously. I just, whatever sound good, I guess. I'll go with the best thing that sounds good. And no, I no longer do that. And I did have to face the fact that a lot of times when I have failed and when I have made poor decisions, I lost trust in myself. I lost the piece of myself that believed that you can do it. When I fail, it's like, oh God, I stood up on the gate and I tried to fly off the gate and I fell flat on my face. Now you telling me to get on the roof. Now you telling me to get on the roof and have faith and jump. But I fell when I jumped off the fence. And so that's how I was feeling at one point in time in my life, like, okay, I feel the hurt and the pain and the disappointment and all of the things that comes from failure. And now you want me to get back up. Now I'm feeling like, okay, let's get back out there. Let's try this thing again. But I do remember the pain of falling. And so that sometimes made me not trust myself, even when I felt strongly about doing something a certain type of way or saying something. I would not do it just because there were times where I did go out and step out on the limb and things didn't go the way they should, or maybe I did it halfway. I didn't do it exactly how I knew I should have done it. I kind of altered it or whatever. So it just, that failure aspect of it is another thing that would keep you from trusting yourself and trusting your reliability that, hey, I got you. We not finna jump off this bridge and we gonna soar. We gonna soar. We're not gonna fall, but it's like, hey, I trusted you before and then we fell. So that is another thing that I had to really admit to myself, that that's one thing that's keeping me from doing a lot of things that I know I should be doing. But, I titled this, I had to learn how to trust me again, because I did have to learn. And learning is a process. it is a process, and it started with little things. There would be little decisions that I would have to make. And instead of running to consult people, instead of like before I even Googled something or looked it up or tried to get whatever information or knowledge I could get from it, I would just sit with myself and see what I knew. What comes naturally to me? What do I want to do? I started just consulting myself. And see, the thing about it is, the thing that I had to realize is that, you listen to what you value. Did I not even value myself enough to listen to me? To even consult with me and say, okay, Candace, well, what do you want to do? What do you really want to do? And it's like, how far in life can you get if you don't even ask yourself that? If you don't even value yourself enough to ask you what you want? What is the point? How far you think you're going to get? How far in business and life and relationships and all of that stuff, if you think to yourself like, I don't care about what you have to say. I value what they have to say and what they have going on more than I value what you have to say. So I had to really pay attention to that. And sometimes those are little things that we can miss, being busy a lot of times, not really taking time to examine things in our life and why we do things and why are we getting the same results. This came about from examining that, from me like taking time to say, why am I ending up in this? Why do I keep ending back here? What's happening? And in the process of doing that, I have just discovered like, okay, I'm not really listening. It'll be times where I feel very strongly to make this decision, but I value, someone that don't even have to live with the consequences of my actions. I value their thoughts over what I was feeling. I strongly believe now that when it's time to make a decision, yes, there is a lot of wisdom that needs to go into it, but I also have to examine my feelings. I have to see that if every time I think about doing something, my stomach churn and I want to like throw up, maybe that's not the best thing for me to do. Maybe if I'm thinking about doing something and it just brighten up my day, it make me jump out of the bed, maybe that's something that I should do. But I'm going to tell you this, we will get it mixed up and we will be doing things that we just know we don't want to do. No, we don't want to do, all because we're not trusting ourselves. We will stay in relationships longer than we are supposed to stay in them because we're just mixed up, not trusting ourselves, feeling a certain way but not wanting to follow through and figure out, why am I feeling this way? I really did feel like maybe this is not who I need to be with. That's your honest feeling, but then you go to thinking, well, he does do this and he does do that, and I don't want to be by myself. And, we go to just thinking a certain type of way. And before you know it, you've stuck around in a relationship or on a job or, whatever, doing whatever action, making whatever choice or decision, when you didn't even need to do that. You did not need to do that. You needed to move forward. You needed to go ahead and address that situation. But instead, you gave every excuse and every reason why you shouldn't trust yourself. Why you shouldn't trust you. If I don't trust me, how can I ever trust anyone else? And I really just feel like I had to go through this process. I had to go through it, and I'm still going through it. Like, I'm still really going through that. Like, every single time, it's a fight. It is a fight for me to trust the decisions that I'm making, to not get so anxious and just filled with anxiety when I have to make certain decisions. I feel, failure right at my back. I feel it breathing down my neck. I feel like, oh my God, did I make the right decision? I don't want to live life like that. That's not how I want to live life. I'm not trying to live life, just anxious all the time and, just nervous and scared of this. Hey, if I'm finna do this thing, I'm finna do it. And that's just all there is to it. And you know what? I don't totally trust me all the way. I'm still learning. But what's helping me is that I trust God. And I trust the God that is in me. That's really what's my driving force, what's pushing me forward, is that I do trust God. I trust that, hey, he loves me. He's taking time to show me that he loves me in life just by revealing these things to me. To me, that's his showing of his love for me, that he's revealing these things and that I'm able to take them and I'm able to use them in my life and my life is getting better. That to me is so freaking awesome because it's nothing. It's like so horrible to look at life and feel this hopelessness, to recognize that you're in a certain situation, living situation, whatever the case may be, and just feel so hopeless, feel like it's nothing you can do to make it better. But then when you get some more knowledge or other things are revealed to you and you recognize that I have the power, I have the strength I can change this, I can do better, I can live better, I don't have to stay like this. To me, that's freaking awesome. That to me changes everything because I've had plenty of opportunities to do a lot of things and I failed. And I honestly feel like it's because I didn't have the knowledge that I needed in other areas of my life. So to just increase my awareness on how to make me better, to me, that is freaking awesome. So that's why I'm talking about it. That's why I'm sharing, my experiences because I recognize the value in it for me. So if there's anybody out there that, hey, maybe feeling a little self-conscious or, just feeling like, hey, I don't really believe in myself. I want to encourage you to continue to work on yourself and build that trust level back up with yourself first. I'm not trying to please nobody. I'm not trying to make nobody fall for me, fall after me, whatever the case may be in business or in my personal life. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to make me believe in me again. I'm trying to make me trust me again and want to spend time with me and want to, hey, you know what? I know if you say you're going to do this, Candace, you're going to do it. I want to have that trust back in me again. I want to set out for something, take on this task of blogging and podcasts and all of those things and see it to the end and see success from it. So, anywho, I guess I didn't even get a chance to really go into the actual blog post, but that is what I had to say about it. That is definitely what I had to say. So, tune in next time. I'm going to start doing more of these podcast type videos. So I'm excited about it and I'm excited about this journey. So stay tuned. Peace.